Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter or episode of RWBY Volume 4, which is on Chapter 5 or Episode 5, whatever you want to call it. Now, this episode right here was pretty cool, not too bad, but apparently, we have to it that things are pretty, ugly for the time being, especially how it ended. And the episode title is called Menagerie, which is pretty much Blake's hometown, or home, whichever you want to call it, you know? So far in this episode, throughout, at least most of it, we get to know an introduction to Menagerie and the faunus population, you know? And we get to see, Blake and Sung Wukong himself, how you want to say his name, Sun or something. We get to see that things are still looking really nice and neat. But apparently we get to know a little history more about this island. Because of the faunus is not too happy on how things are with in the world treating the faunus as second class or something, which is something that is an issue apparently, and it's still going on to this day in the RWBY universe. We get to know that this island was something that's given to them by the government and tell them to make do with it, you know? Just make the best what you can out of it, you know? And any faunus who comes here will never feel unwelcome. Instead, they will feel equal and feel much better if they came here, you know? And of course, Sun seems to be so excited and happy about this. Now I'm thinking in my mind, yeah, okay, Sun, I understand you want to be a happy-go-lucky boy or going woohoo, but right now is not the time to think that way for this time and day, you know, because we already are in dark times right now, and it's already dark enough already. Sorry, guys. Eventually, Blake does go to our house, and Sun was wondering which house is yours, and it's in the middle of Menagerie, or wherever that town is, apparently, you know, that kind of thing. But we also have to it that we get to see Blake's mother, which she seems very happy to see, and her father. And they were having a nice time talking to each other, you know? Blake's mom actually likes Sun, while Blake's father does not thinks otherwise, because the way how he's acting and so forth, and how he's flirting with Blake, saying how Sun's oh, your daughter has some nice moves, and he goes and what do you mean by that? I'm Son, seriously, man, I like you, dog, but there are times where you gotta learn how to use your mouth and language in the correct format and not get your butt beaten, okay? You're already making a very bad first impression. Obviously, it is already shown that to Blake's father, that is. But even though Blake's mother and father is introduced, and it's nice to see them, what catches my attention the most in this episode is the White Fang itself, as Blake and Sun was surprised about Blake's mother saying that he has a meeting with the White Fang, and Sun and Blake's excuse us? And freaking went to go check him out right now, and we have to it that Blake's who are these people? And Blake's father says, oh, this guy, these two is, I don't know what they are, I forgot their names, and their names are whatever they represent. One has a freaking eagle-shaped hood, while the other one has fox-like ears, or whatever animal ears it is. But for now, just let me name one with no ears, and the other one with ears, you know? Apparently, Blake and Sun is not really happy to see him right here as the psychos, you know? And one of them says, the guy with the ears, apparently, that's shown in this episode, I don't know what you heard, but it's not like that. But Blake's heard? We see with our own eyes that you freaking had to bring down Beacon and so forth, you know, after what's been happening. Blake's father was being suspicious and asked him what's going on here, you know, because they're involved with killing people, and they are involved with the fall of Beacon. Even Blake's father was pretty furious about this, you know? Even, what's been happening here and there, the history of the White Fang, it seems like Blake's father used to be in control or used to be a leader, or there used to be another leader, you know, that used to control the White Fang. But apparently we get information in here that Adam Taurus took over, of course, and he is the leader of the White Fang, which is shown in volume 3, of course, last volume, and then a little bit of the ending of volume 2, which shows that this is really serious right now, especially when like Blake's father was pretty furious about this and what's been going on. The White Fang representatives also wanted to talk about like how things are right now currently, because you know these things have been going on for a long time, with the White Fang being very extreme with their revolutions, you know, killing people, then follow a beacon, and apparently Adam is being that extreme bloodthirsty guy who wants to bring out justice, you know, which is really, really ridiculous. At the same time, you know, this was really, really important right here. This meeting with the guy with the ears and the other guy with no ears that's not showing, you know. Well, apparently that guy has a tail, so, okay? His tail was shown somewhere towards the end of the episode and so forth. So, there was a little history about the White Fang that was involved after we see a meeting with Blake's father and the two representatives of Menagerie of the White Fang representatives, you know? And apparently those two is going to inform Adam that Blake is here, which will show possibly in the opening of RWBY Volume 4 that Blake will have to fight him. And I hope she does, because there's no way in hell she's going to run away from this one. After those two are just being representatives, them for all I care, because they're not representatives. They're looking like spies for all I care. Not to mention the White Fang and Vale or Yale, whatever you want to call it, is already under leadership of Adam Taurus, and they take his philosophy really, really greatly, you know? And we also have to it that the woman at the same inn is cleaning up, but apparently we have this guy, Tyrion, psycho guy, whatever you want to call him, is asking the woman, can you help me find someone, and ends up laughing, you know? So, yeah, it was absolutely no freaking joke of how things are right now, especially the two guys who are representatives is Corsac and Fennec, I believe. Yeah. And apparently things are not really looking pretty good right now, you know? And of course, like, we're seeing Blake's parents and so forth was pretty nice, but the meeting between the father and the two finest representatives of the White Fang for Menagerie is a little, like, attention grabbing for me, because this is where we get to know a little bit more history of the White Fang, of who was under who in the leadership before Adam Taurus took over and became the extreme philosopher of revolution, you know, bloodthirsty revolution. So of course Blake and Son does reveal this information to Blake's father, you know, about like how they were involved with the fall of Beacon and how they killed a lot of people and involved with a lot of things. Also, with the evidence that's limited, they can't punish the White Fang or possibly do anything worse to them, you know, or give a sentence. We don't know. I think that's what they also mentioned too. The two representatives of the White Fang and Menagerie, etc. Yeah. So this is just to show. No, so this episode is introduction to Menagerie and Blake's parents, but also to the two representatives of the White Fang, which those two did show up in Volume 4. We were going to see them eventually. And seeing them now, it looks like they're going to have a role to play. Possibly with either Blake or Yang. But I think it's going to go to Blake, because they are going to inform Adam that Blake is back in Menagerie and all hell will break loose. So I could consider them that they could go themselves for all I care, you know? So overall, pretty nice episode or chapter. I don't know what's bound to happen, but next chapter or so, or episode, it's going to be pretty hectic, possibly. I don't know. But whatever it is, all I know is like this volume 4 of RWBY has been showing a lot of history, you know? So if anything else, I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo!